You're on the road beyond. Welcome. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're coming to you from the Houston City College Television Studios today, and we've got some of the most interesting videos you'll ever find. My co-host Doug O'Brien from Houston's Eagle joining me here.
Happy to be here. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can subscribe. You can follow. You can like. You can share. I think that's pretty much it.
You just started that Instagram. It's starting to take off. It's still free right now. There's still members. You can still subscriptions available for it.
Absolutely. So you'll find little clips so you can get a condensed version if you're one of those people that likes to, microdose, I guess would be the way to say it. Todd also puts up stuff on X, and you can find him at Todd Duplantis 65.
Okay. Lot going on. We've got some interesting stories. We've got a story coming up out of Panama, which is literally caught fire on X.
That one's bizarre. I'm telling you.
It is weird. We're talking aliens, meteors. Well, we'll tell you all about it in just a few moments. But most recently, I had a chance to visit for the day out in Florida, all the way down to Key West, Florida.
Now, most people go to Key West to just like suntan, hang out on the beach. No, not you, Todd.
No, I went to go see Robert the Doll. What's that? You're not familiar with his work? Well, Robert the Doll has a very long and sordid history. In fact, started in the early 1900s. I'm going to explain it in the story, but one thing everybody always asks, did anything weird happen while you were there?
That was the first thing I asked you, and you said, yes.
Yes, something did. In fact, we're going to take a look at what happened, but I was able to shoot a report from Key West, Florida. Take a look at my story with Robert the Doll. All right, Road Beyond, we are in Key West, Florida right now, and we are at a very famous site. Right now, we're at the East Martello Museum. This is in Key West. Why, you might ask? That's because inside is Robert the Doll. This is one of the most famous paranormal sites in the world. This doll was originally owned by a guy named Robert Eugene Otto. He got it back in 1904. Now the doll itself, it survived since that time. Robert, the original Robert, died back in 1974. Since that time, the doll has been housed here, and it said visitors to this place, here's the cool part, visitors to this place, if you disrespect the doll, you're said to have very bad things happen to you. We don't want to do that, so we're going to go inside and see what this is all about. Take a look. Okay, so we're inside the museum right now. This is known as the Citadel. You'll see all types of artifacts dating back to really before the Civil War, but of course, everything inside here, this whole area is said to be haunted by spirits. But here's the cool thing about it. The main guest, the main attraction is right over here. I'm going to show you Robert the Doll. One of the legends of Robert the Doll say that this doll was actually given by a Bahamian young lady to Robert as part of a curse. That would bring on bad luck. Other legends say that the doll's face actually changes expression. Amazing.
Hi, I'm Steve, and I've worked here since a year July, and I have seen so much, and I always say thank you to the spirits for letting me see what they can do.
Okay, so you're going to tell me one time you disrespected the spirits. What happened?
I did. I was at the lighthouse for 4 years, and one of the employees wanted to switch museums, so I said, I'll do it. I came out here to the fort on a Friday to learn where all the light switches were. And then a 15-year-old kid came in and talked me into putting the Ghost Tube app on my phone, and that translates what it hears spirits saying. And I walked back to Robert's case, and the one thing I remember it said was, portal. And I started laughing and making jokes about that. And as I started walking away from Robert's case, my phone said, run. We have a lot of kid spirits here. And I said, well, that I already know. But she goes, casemate number 10 is a Cuban raft. And she said to me, are you aware you have a kid back at that raft? And I said, no, that I'm not aware of. And she goes, well, he's only about this tall, and he goes by the name of Raymond. So that night, after I locked the door, I'm by myself, I go back to the raft. And I have an app called Ghost
Yeah,
Box.
yeah.
And this is what I got.
Raymond? This is Steve. Raymond? This is Steve.
And I asked him if he's always at the raft.
You here at the raft, Raymond? You here at the raft,
And
Raymond?
here it sounds like he was trying to say my name.
Raymond?
Stevie.
And I got more. I was back there one time and a spirit went, "Hey, you." So I answered him.
Wow.
Hey, you. I guess that's me. Who is this?
Skip.
I'm Steve.
And this one I thought might have been the nickname of a soldier.
What did you say your name was?
It's Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Bullseye. Wow.
Now, according to our tour guide, we're told that a number of things inside this fort, there are certain areas where you can actually interact with spirits. One of them is a float or a raft. Okay guys, so we just happened to run into a young couple here. This is Ken and Alexis, and they're doing some experimentation with possible spirits here at the Citadel, so we're gonna talk to them for a sec.
We asked if it was a Union soldier, and they actually told us yes. We also got confirmation from Steve that he saw a soldier in blue, which obviously is a Union soldier, and so that was really interesting to get the confirmation.
Did you get any weird vibes around the Robert doll?
Surprisingly not.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Robert was probably the most comfortable we felt.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't visited him yet today, but yesterday we saw him a couple times in the daytime and at night, and it was very light to be around him compared to other places in the fort.
And we, again, as we asked the soldier, we asked if Robert was a spirit that was unsafe, and they actually said no. There's other spirits that are unsafe here. Robert is actually more of the safer spirits to be around. And when we asked, they even said that they confirmed that Robert was a spirit of a child. So that was very interesting to us to hear.
Okay, here's what's happened. This is where they do the ghost tours inside the Robert the Doll Museum. I just walked into this room and I want to show you what happened. The minute I walked into this room, I literally heard a piece of plaster come off this wall and fall right down here. Can you see it? I literally walked in this room and something fell. Tell me that's not weird. So as you can see, that was a crazy story. You walk into this it's an old fort. They've received cannon shots over the years, but I walk into a room and a piece of a brick falls on the ground.
And of course, your first thought is, let me record this.
Absolutely, we're on the road beyond, why not?
Robert was totally cool with that.
As far as I know, in fact, I believe he's cool. I'm gonna show you why in a second, but I thought you'd love this, being with Houston's Eagle.
Yeah.
This is a picture I found while I was there. Guess who else is a fan of Robert? Vince Neil of Motley Crue.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, take a look at this.
I did not know, but it makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
they've toyed around with the other
devil
side.
stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. Not that Robert is.
Yeah,
Nope,
correct.
nope.
Correct.
Robert's a good guy. In fact, you're supposed to show Robert respect. No, I didn't ask to take his picture. Many people have messaged me and said, you're supposed to ask him. That's not what I was told.
But did you show respect?
I did. In fact,
Okay.
take a look at this. I've been in touch with Stephen, the keeper at the museum, and I wrote on the bulletin board, much respect from the Road Beyond podcast.
And no
So-
bad luck
So
since.
far, so good.
Okay.
But I'm not digging deeper into it. You know? I'm just going to go with the fact that everything's, Robert, we're cool.
Yeah. And just
We're
remember, if not, I'm not with him.
Yeah, he has nothing to do with it.
That's
Well, they
right.
say it follows you and spreads to those.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
so
it's
that's
too
it.
late.
Speaking of spreading, you're not going to believe this next story. It's coming out of Panama, right?
Yeah, it's a meteorite, then it's an alien, and now it's in the wild. Stick around.
We'll tell you. We'll be back after this.
Why is just a starting line?
For the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick, below the surface. My why is diversity and unity, a safe space in my community. Living with sincerity, giving every day my everything. With my why, I stand strong, seen and supported all along. For some, their why is a summer under stars, memories and moments, connections near and far. Why is the before work hustle, an after school home, a section of my block, a corner to call my own. Our reason why is united, undivided, seeking understanding. Here, a handshake is a promise. All our hearts are dancing. Laughing is our song. It's kinship, friendship, tide rising with the ship. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your why for a better us.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. I can play, I can study, I can be safe with my family. This is my house. Visit habitat.org to find out how you can help more kids like me.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless. It's time to speak up for nature.
When you're given a childhood cancer diagnosis, hope is lacking. But coming to St. Jude, they were my foundation for getting my hope back. So we have to continue funding St. Jude, because if it weren't for the donors, my daughter may not have made it to her second birthday. Now she can show everybody else what true strength is.
Welcome back to the Road Beyond podcast. I'm Doug O'Brien with Houston's Eagle. And remember, you can like, follow, and share on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And Todd does stuff on X as well.
That's right. We've got a great story. This next story comes to us from Panama, and it's got people asking, did we just witness the arrival of alien life or the world's weirdest backyard science project?
Look, either way, this thing is absolutely wild. So here's the deal. Here's what we know for sure. It happened in Pedregal, Panama, and this guy says a meteorite crashed down in his backyard. Now, that in and of itself is not highly unusual, but it has begun to grow and change within days.
First reports said a strange black growth began emerging from the meteorite when it was exposed to sunlight. Glossy, shifting, sticky stuff. Think Venom from Spider-Man. That's the comparison a lot of locals keep using.
Yeah, and then comes another twist. Videos on social media showed it oozing a greenish yellow substance, even giving off a burnt smell, and then over 72 hours, the surface darkened, and this creature begins to grow when he leaves it outside in the sun.
Now, people in the town swear it grows without food, water, or air. They say that it seems to thrive on sunlight alone. Cover it up, it slows down. Leave it outside, it grows.
Yeah, and there is a human side to this, which is very bizarre. The man who found it says that he can't sleep anymore. He's wide awake all night. He doesn't feel tired at all. I would like some of this myself. Almost like this thing is somehow affecting him and maybe bonding with him. He even admitted he feels attached to it.
Which is just crazy and spooky at the same time. He eventually went on the run, literally, and locked it in a safe, but not before sending out samples of it for testing. Wow, thanks. Word is scientists, or at least some labs, are looking at it right now.
Yeah, but we haven't heard from them. So again, we don't know how much of this is true. So let's just pump the brakes for a minute. Here's what hasn't been confirmed. No university or scientific institution has published results saying, yes, this is an alien. No independent geologists or biologists have stepped forward with hard data, and outlets like NDTV have already run skeptical stories saying this could be a hoax or maybe just a chemical trick or something polymer-based that just looks alive.
Yeah, okay, exactly right. Right now, all the evidence comes from social media accounts. It's all over X if you check it out. Eyewitness accounts, they're also attributing that. We all know that's very shaky ground in the internet world. It could be real, it could be some clever editing, AI, or a prank that's got out of hand.
Still, the viral buzz. I mean, I don't know
It
anybody.
hasn't been debunked.
No, it
No one's
hasn't.
debunked this.
This thing is crazy, and it does move like it's alive. Social media is eating it up, of course. People are calling it Panama's venom, and you can see why. Or Audrey, too, if you remember Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
Locals in Pedregal are genuinely spooked for good reason.
For good reason. Here's the fun question. What if? Let's say it isn't a hoax. Let's say it's real. An alien organism that feeds on sunlight. That's terrifying, right? That would completely change our definition of life. Not carbon-based like us. Not needing water, just soaking up energy straight from the sun or a star.
Yep, which honestly makes a lot of sense. If you were going to send life across space, why not design it to live on sunlight alone? It's the one thing we have, and we have quite a bit of it. No need for oxygen or cheeseburgers. Just park it in the sun and watch it grow.
On the flip side, if it is fake, it's still a great reminder our imaginations are extremely powerful. People love the idea of first contact, of the alien lurking in plain sight like venom.
So here's the bottom line, all right? Here's what we do know, and these are facts. A man in Panama says that a meteorite landed in his yard. He posted videos that have definitely gone viral. The rock appeared to ooze, darken, and grow. We have seen that. And he says it feeds on sunlight. Now, part of it is in the hands of scientists, and are you ready for this? The rest of it, he let go in the wild. Let it go.
Okay, let me get this right.
Yes.
We got this clown who's been posting on social media for the last week and a half.
Yes.
2 weeks, really.
Yep.
Video of what looks to be an alien substance.
Yep.
We're not sure where the heck it's from.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Hasn't been debunked, being studied. It's growing, multiplying. We don't know if it's biohazardous or poisonous, and he just let it go.
Yeah, you got all the facts there. That's right. He
literally
literally just released it into like some swamp water, and now we don't know what, we don't know where. See, look, here he is with it in his car. There are some pictures of it.
Yeah,
he carried
this
it
is really
around in a
disturbing,
safe,
yeah.
and he literally went and released it into this little swampy area.
So if he thought it was important enough or possibly dangerous enough to put it in a safe and flee with it on the run, he just decides, let's just turn it loose into...
Yeah, I can't answer crazy. I'm sorry. There's just... it makes you believe that this is probably a hoax, but at least I got my fingers crossed it's a hoax, because if it's not, then that gives a whole new light to 3I Atlas and mini probes, and it just opens the door to everything else.
I remember the first episode of the Art Bell show I listened to. It was probably late 1990s. And he talked to this guy who found this substance on his driveway.
Okay.
It was oozing and it started to grow, and Art Bell told him, you could be witnessing the end of civilization as we know it. He was serious at the time. Here we are once again. We're, 30 years later? Have we not learned anything from Art Bell?
No, we have not. We're not going to. So it's either going to be fascinating or it's going to be a very bad sci-fi movie, The Fish That Ate Manhattan or
we'll
The
find
Blob.
out,
Isn't that what happened with The Blob? They found this thing and started poking at it.
Put down there, avoid the trip to Panama.
I would definitely change your plans if you go into Panama, just for a little bit.
Yeah, it just amazes me. And what's interesting, we've never seen this kid's face.
No.
Have you noticed that?
Yep. Yeah. He's done everything but show his face. So I think it's a hoax, but it's brilliant. It's fascinating. It's a lot of fun. If you have not seen it, first of all, get outside. It is everywhere.
Get outside. It's all over X. And
Yep.
Usually when you have a story that's been debunked, you get those community notes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That hasn't happened with this one. We don't see any community notes or anything like that. In fact, he's just posting freely, and now he's set the biohazard loose into the jungles of Panama.
Hopefully we'll get a report from him where he'll say why he did it, or that it was a hoax, or something, either that, or he's going to turn into Venom. He's going to have superpowers.
This could be a great marketing campaign.
And, well, yeah, but it hasn't come to fruition yet, so I don't know.
Not yet.
But hopefully we'll get an update.
Wonder what his next move is. Well, it's that time of the show where you've all grown to know and love, and it's coming up.
And these are all fact-based. Bare Necessities is next.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
There's nearly 678,290,000 kids under 5 around the world. But what's so important about being 5? A lot, it turns out. Children who live to age 5 are twice as likely to reach adulthood. That's why vaccines matter so much. For 40 years, Rotary and partners have delivered vaccines globally. Like here, and even here. Impressive, right? But 12.5 million children are still totally unvaccinated. Rotary knows we can find them. Because when Rotary and Indian vaccinators looked for families at bus and train stations, used motorbikes, and trekked house to house, they lowered polio cases by 94%. See, it can be done, and the results are worth it. Let's ensure that all children grow up safe from preventable diseases.
What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
When you're given a childhood cancer diagnosis, hope is lacking. But coming to St. Jude, they were my foundation for getting my hope back. So we have to continue funding St. Jude, because if it weren't for the donors, my daughter may not have made it to her 2nd birthday. Now she can show everybody else what true strength is.
Let's let Sam know about something even more urgent than his morning coffee.
Hey Sam, did you know it's kitten season? Right now, thousands of kittens are in shelters across the nation, and they're in need of love and care. When there are too many kittens in shelters, they aren't able to receive the individual attention they so desperately need. That's where you come in. By fostering a kitten, you can provide the care they need until they're ready to be adopted. If you foster a kitten, even for a week, you'll be giving them a chance to grow up and find families of their very own. What's in it for you? A kitten will fill your home with joy, your movie night with lots of cuddles, and they'll even help your social posts look way cuter too. And if you foster a kitten, you'll be provided with everything you need to care for your furry friend. You just provide the love. Save some tiny lives. Adopt or foster a kitten today. To learn more about how you can make a life-saving difference, visit bestfriends.org/kittens.
Welcome back to the Road Beyond podcast. I'm Todd Duplantis.
I'm Doug O'Brien, and it's our favorite part of the show, or at least mine, and you have a fascination with monkeys.
Well, it's just the fact, no, it's not just monkeys. The fact that people keep messing with monkeys. They bite. You have to get a special antidote, apparently, if you get bit by a monkey. It's
apparently,
not a good
there's
thing.
Still a lot of people that don't know what FAFO means.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah.
This person, I imagine, will be. What's worse than messing with a monkey? Getting him drunk. Take a look at this one. But apparently this monkey knows what this routine's all about. He
That's
hands
an
him a
old
bottle.
Fireball, isn't it?
Yeah, hands him a bottle. It's like the Asian version of Fireball. Monkey opens it up, can't get it. Well, he knows what he's got going on.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I would have kind of broken the seal for the monkey to avoid all this.
Be kind
but
a little bit.
But here you go, man. Monkey's like, bottoms up, thanks for the drink, buddy.
Where there's a primate, there's a bottle that can be opened.
I'm thinking this monkey.
Look at that, he's just downing it. He's not even stopping.
He guzzles the whole thing, yeah.
Holy.
Not a drop lost. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Kind of a little spillage at the end. Yeah, so.
And he gives him another one.
Yep.
Wow. No,
Yeah.
no Everclear available? What is going on?
I get the feeling this monkey has certain meetings in his life.
Yeah,
in his future.
this is not his first rodeo, that's for
Hi,
sure.
my name is chimpanzee.
Now, what's fascinating is if you're not familiar with this type of alcohol, you can run your car on it.
Yeah.
You can set it on fire.
Apparently, it takes about at least 2 of them to get a monkey drunk.
But the monkey,
it goes back to the beginning. So, how many do you think the monkey drank?
Well, he had 1.5 there, and that was just one. So
he went through 2.
Oh, that was the second one.
Yeah,
was full. Okay.
Yeah, he went through 2 bottles right there. So
that's a hardcore monkey.
He's into some. He loves his stuff. Yeah. You ever seen a talking pig?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, take a look at this.
This is fascinating.
Merlin.
What do you want?
Fruit, please.
Merlin, you're on a diet, remember?
No.
Abuse. Yeah, Merlin looks like he hasn't been abused.
Merlin, I'm sorry, buddy, but you haven't gotten any exercise.
Okay.
You're on a diet, buddy.
But yeah, that's Merlin the talking pig. And he's got his own story, and obviously he's got his own addiction.
He is able to communicate using those buttons. If you haven't seen those buttons, they use them usually for dogs, some cats. But the pig is supposed to be one of the smartest animals.
Yes.
There's another video they have where they write on here, they just write a word, and Merlin does it, whether it's
Is it Merlin again?
Yeah, isn't that right, Merlin?
Yeah, is it Merlin going to do? Okay, so it's the
Merlin's
same pig.
not doing the writing.
But no, Merlin is
the same pig. Yes, it's the same pig. They'll write, sit, or stand.
We
it's
like to get him on the
fascinating.
show.
Yes, I'm telling you, this pig is smarter than some people I work with. I'm not naming names, but I'm just
Thanks
saying.
for coming, folks. We enjoyed you being here, and Doug's going to stop right now before we get sued for the day.
I'm just saying that's a fascinating pig. That is a smart animal.
Yeah. Merlin the talking pig. If you've got interesting videos of animals you'd like us to show and make fun of, like Merlin and Drunk Monkeys, that's a good name for a band. Why haven't you thought of that?
There has to
The
be
Drunk Monkeys,
there has to be a band called the Drunk. I know the Wombats, but
well, that's not a drunk
I'll
monkey.
have a drunk monkey is a whole different ballgame.
We're going to think about that.
We'll see if we can find AA for monkeys, because that would be good too.
That monkey needs a couple of meetings in his life. Next week on the show, we're going to get back to some more serious stuff. We've got a big event coming up at the end of October, and we're going to preview that. And we're going to take you out, tell about ghosts next week.
I can't wait, because this is going to be fascinating. You're not going to believe some of the stuff that we've got.
Stay with us next week. We enjoyed having you this week. I'm Todd Duplantis.
I'm Doug O'Brien. Have a great week.
See you next time.